Well, hello there. I'm going to say four phrases real quick. Tell me if they have any meaning to you, connection to you, make you think about something. The tabernacle, the temple, the upper room, and this one's cheating, the various house churches we see in the New Testament. They're all spaces where God did work and did what he wanted to do and where the church operated from. As a church planter, and specifically as a church planter who happened to grow up in a well-established church with well-established facilities and whose first jobs were at churches that had well-established facilities, I maybe didn't realize how reliant a church is on space to do things. Now, my church, we're blessed to have a space to meet for free on Sunday mornings, but outside of that, we've got to get creative. We've got to go to homes, or sometimes we've done something at a park on Sunday mornings. So we get creative, and that's a good thing. So the question I ask myself then, as a church planter specifically, is what is gained by a permanent space, and what might be lost by having a permanent facility or space. Here's what I mean. Let's start with the positive. Not having a space that we own means that we are forced to be creative and to think outside the box, right? Which is a good thing, I think, to have in any organization, especially a church. Also, it forces us to meet inside a home, and that immediately forces community building and building lasting godly relationships. It's hard not to be friends and to build community when you are in tight space in a home. So those are good things about not having a permanent facility. Not having an owned or permanent space means, though, that we struggle to host events that require more space than just a home. If someone's sick, right, the whole event has to change, it has to shift. We no longer have the ability to use that home. It's difficult to run events that are aimed at the community when we have a limited amount of space in a neighborhood, at a house, in a backyard that we can use and rely on a regular basis. If we wanted to do a VBS, which I love VBS, I love doing things that are geared towards kids and geared towards maybe kids coming in who aren't used to church. Like, if we wanted to do that, we couldn't do it the most practical and efficient way. We would have to figure out a way to work a VBS with a limited amount of people in a limited amount of space in a living room and a backyard. And while it would be fruitful because God's good, amen, it would not be ideal. Not having space adds, a level of stress and time and effort in tearing down and setting things up every Sunday. It's stressful, can be stressful to be in somebody else's personal space. I know everyone's different, but I for sure know that it is frustrating sometimes to spend, a couple hours cleaning and making everything presentable, only for it to be destroyed in an hour and a half church event in your living room and kitchen, which is okay. You deal with it, but if you're human, probably going to be a little bothersome. Just some thoughts: space, no space, permanent space. Not complaining. We're blessed, but just thinking, what are your thoughts? Did you grow up in an owned space, a shared space, a rented space, a shoe, a hat, whatever? How did you feel about it? What do you remember about it? Did it work for you? Did you enjoy it? Let me know.